Oh God, the lighting is terrible. I got the sun in my face. Jeez Louise, I can't even see. I hope this is working because I just left the office, so now I gotta get it. Well, okay, I hope you can see me. I can barely see anything. Let's put this thing down. Welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter. These people are driving like morons. Let me go. Okay. I'm Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses, or if you're already doing, how to grow your business. So I got a question about home inspections or a lot of things. Who does them? When do you do them? Does it work? I can tell you this. The only time a home inspection comes into play for me is when I'm selling a property to a retail buyer. So I just agreed with someone yesterday on a property, and where is it? And they're doing an inspection tomorrow. So I never do inspections, ever. And my cash buyers never do inspections. Now, obviously they go and look at it and they're inspecting it, but they're never going to hire a home inspector. Now, why is that? It's a good question. I'm not even sure what the answer is. I think it's because when you look at enough home inspections, you find a lot of bullshit on there, right? The home inspector's job is really to cover the potential buyer's ass from anything that could possibly come up. So, I mean, you're going to get things on the home inspection like effective life of boilers under 10 years. I mean, what does that even mean? Driving around here makes you pro-nuclear. So, when you're new and doing this business, you're always terrified that you're going to make an offer on a house and you think there's going to be some kind of crazy repair that's going to just blow up the deal, right? You hear people talking about that, like in Texas. Oh, the foundation was an issue, some kind of crazy thing. Yeah, I think it's due to the fact that when you're dealing with smaller price points, right? When you're buying a house for $80,000, something major comes up and it's $12,000, $15,000, it could blow up your whole deal. Oh my God, the sun is terrible right now. But in my world where I'm buying something for $300,000-$400,000 and hoping to sell it for $6,000, if a $10,000 surprise shows up, it's not going to kill the deal. I'm going to make $10,000 less, but I'm still going to make good profit. So I've never had a situation in my life, and I've done hundreds of properties, where something came up as a surprise that made the deal not work. It may have made me make a little less money. So, I had a situation where I thought the roof was okay, and the roof wasn't okay. And I needed to replace the roof, and it was, I think, 10 grand. That sucked. But I still made money on the deal. So I don't want to have an inspector come in here and start telling me things that I'm not interested in repairing and telling me things that are irrelevant to what I do, right? When I look at a house, and I'm recording now a mini course on estimating repairs, I really look at only 6 things, right? I mean, I lump some of these things together. So I lump the exterior of the house, that includes the roof, whatever the sheathing is, so whether that's brick or siding, and the windows, that's 1. Kitchen, very important. Bathrooms, very important. Flooring, walls, and then the mechanicals, which I lump all together. So heating, ventilation, air conditioning, electrical, plumbing, that kind of thing. So that's all I look at. And I just tick those off in my head. And if you tell me that these are terrible or these are okay, and I'm going to pretty much have an idea how much it's going to cost to replace or repair them. So I don't understand the point of a home inspection. Now, I understand in certain places, I guess Florida, Texas, where the sun is beating down, and if it needs something, it's really, to me, in a lower price point area. In a lower price point area, I understand the idea of saying, well, I'll spend $200-$300 for an inspection, because if something major comes up, my deal may blow up. It just doesn't happen in Long Island, or in this area. So, let me give you an example. I almost bought a house in Cincinnati once. The house I could have the house for $4,000. Now, at that number, I said, there's really no way I can lose, right? At $4,000. But when I didn't have a home inspection done, but had a guy in the area, and he goes, it's not worth $4,000. I go, how can it not be worth $4,000? He goes, it's a very low price point area. He goes, the house, if it's okay, is worth $40,000. but it's got such a major foundational water problem, it's going to cost about $40,000 to fix. I was shocked, and I trusted him. Maybe he was wrong, I don't know. But my point is that in my area, in any higher price point area, I don't think you should do a home inspection. If you're new and you do a home inspection, I promise you, you will not buy that house. I can almost assure you. Because home inspections, and I've seen hundreds of them, are basically designed to tell you everything wrong with the house. And I've had properties that I got renovated from the start. Look at this horrible lighting. And a home inspector came in and ripped it. Oh, I'm back. Every time I drive at this point on Broadway next to the golf course. So, I mean, I had a house that I got renovated down to the studs. The house was in great shape. A home inspector came and like ripped it to shreds. Ripped it. This is not good. That's not good. All this stupid bullshit. You're never getting a home inspection that's going to go, this house is great. You're never going to it's never going to happen. It just doesn't happen. The home inspectors don't get paid to say nice things. They get paid to tell you all the problems that are all the issues. So, in my opinion, the truth is I did home inspections in, I did a couple of home inspections for deals that I did in Florida. And that's because I couldn't get there to see them, and I wanted to know what was going on. And even though I had a lot of pictures, well, the truth is I had pictures, the home inspector sent me pictures, so it was sort of a combination of like initial photography and an inspection. But I don't think there's any place for it significantly if you're going face to face and meeting people in a higher priced area. Now, if you are operating somewhere else, then maybe it's a good thing to do. Like, I know a lot of guys do it as a sort of as preemptive. They say, well, I'm going to do a home inspection. I'm going to find out everything that a potential buyer is going to ask me to do. I'm going to do it in advance. So I guess the thinking is that I'm going to avoid those things. Personally, from my experience, that's a huge mistake, because every home inspector is going to come up with bullshit. So the idea that you're going to somehow prevent a home inspector from telling you everything wrong with the house, that's not the home inspection results that I've seen. Every home inspection result I've seen has come up with dozens. I don't care if it's new construction, dozens of issues that someone may or may not want to fix, repair, address, or think about. So the truth is, the answer is there is no. I don't do home inspections in New York. I understand why they might be done if you're working virtually, right? So if you're buying in New York and you're not there, maybe you want to do it. But if you have never looked at the results of a home inspection, the report, and you are thinking about buying a house and you get it, I would say make sure you sit down and hold on to your hat, because you're going to go on a long ride of negative bullshit on this house. It is nothing's going to say things are great, right? You're not going to get anything that say this is a great deal. You're going to get hundreds of pieces of information telling you that the ductwork needs to be cleaned, and the chimney may need to be relined, and the boiler may only last 10 years, and the third burner on the stove is not working properly. That's the kind of shit you're going to get, and it is not going to make you happy at all. So I don't do them. I do have to deal with them, right? So what happened? So I joined the contract on a property. Where the hell is that one? It's in Bethpage, and they did an inspection. They asked for like 7 things, and I said I'll do like 3 of them, right? Which one of them was like make sure the heating and the hot water works, which I pretty much have to make sure that works, even if they didn't tell me that. So I'm at a red light. So very often, so what happens sometimes is that the buyer will do a home inspection and then send you the home inspection. And it always infuriates me. Now, people don't know, so they're like, what are we doing with 13, 17, 45, 95, 62, and 3 on the home inspection? And I'm like, listen here, click very carefully. You want repairs from me, you need to put them in simple English. So when I first started, I would be like, oh, I'll take care of it. And like they would say, faucet is not working properly. And I would go over and I turn on and it's working properly. And then we get to the closing and they go, well, you said you were going to fix that. And I'm like, it works. I'm like, no, it's loose. And these are the kinds of bullshit. If you're not clear, super clear, I'm talking about 4th grader clear, then you're going to have a problem at the closing. So what I do is I reject anything that has a home inspection, anything on it. And I say, listen, you want me to make repairs? Put it in simple English. I need to know where, like, I'll get something like outlet in bedroom not working. I'm like, well, there's 5 bedrooms, and I don't know which outlet you're talking about. So you want me to make repairs? You better tell me which bedroom and which outlet. Window doesn't close properly. Which window? So I need it in simple, clear English, and then you give me the list. Now, I can still reject the entire list, right? Or I can pick the ones that I think are simple or the things that I really need to do, and I do that. But I need a list. So the way the home inspection works is after you agree to a price, an inspection gets done in New York, unlike every other state, and then any repairs required, any repairs requested by the buyer are going to be in a rider to the contract. And you can say, I'll do, so this guy had 7. I said, I'll do 2, 3, and 4. That's what I agreed. And he crossed out the other ones, and we signed the rider, and it's fine, and I'll take care of it. So that's the kind of thing that you need to know. But I never order home inspections on properties that I can go eyeball. I'll only do them on properties that are far away out of New York, just because I do them as a combination. Get me some pictures and show me everything that I might need to know about it. That's about it. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, I'm late. Go to howtoflipnewyork.com or learntoflipandwholesale.com. And what else? Please keep the comments coming. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Please keep the questions coming. They give me food for thought. This came by request, so thank you very much for asking. And I appreciate everyone who's watching and everyone who's liking the videos also, because a lot more people have been seeing them. So thank you very, very much for watching.